Andy Katz says something for us. Go ahead, Katzler. What do you got?
Well, according to a source, Memphis head coach John Calipari met with Kentucky officials on Sunday discussing their recent opening and trying to hire him as a replacement to Billy Gillispie. And I do know that today, Monday, that Calipari is going to meet with Memphis officials and is strongly considering a potential mega offer to coach the Kentucky Wildcats. And I can tell you this, that when I spoke to Calipari a week ago, prior to all this going on, prior to Gillespie being fired, I mean, I knew there was a possibility, and he certainly was intrigued by this. And he's got a great rivalry that maybe only a rivalry, Doug and Mike, for him with Rick Pitino. I don't know how much Pitino looks at him as a rival, but I think he really would relish being in that mix, being mainstreamed, if you will, and taking one of the premier jobs in the sport.
I'm sitting here, Andy, and the entire morning I've been trying to kind of maybe not preach to Greeny. I'm not from Kentucky, okay, but I understand Kentucky, the passion for Kentucky basketball.
There's only one hire. I mean, they can talk Travis Ford. He bleeds Kentucky blue and all that. And Rick Pitino was clearly, I think, trying to publicly persuade the Ford Pelfrey angle when he said that on the podium away from John Calipari. I think that was contrived on the podium. But to me, there's one guy who can change everything for Kentucky, and it's John Calipari, because immediately you get instant credibility in recruiting. Yep. You get the star flash power that they want, that they desire.
But the resume is so similar to that of Pitino.
And he's perfect for that job.
I understand why he is a home run for them. Yeah. And you don't have to convince me of that. Here's my question, Andy Katz. Help work with me here. I've been working Gottlieb all morning long. I've gotten nowhere so far. You're John Calipari.
Yes.
You're in a conference where you're going to win 25 or 30 games a year every year for the foreseeable future. You're obviously getting top-level talent anyway. You had the number one pick in the draft last year, and Gottlieb tells me they have the best recruiting class in the country coming in this coming year. So you're going to win like crazy. You make deep runs in the tournament anyway, and when you have a bad year here or there, no one is screaming for your job. There is just inherently a whole lot less pressure involved in coaching at Memphis, where you can become an icon, than at Kentucky, where you're never going to achieve what Adolph Rupp did anyway, and the second you go 19-12, they want to run you out of town on a rail. I'm suggesting, why go? I mean, money obviously being the one factor, and I don't know if they can offer him so much more money than Memphis can, but aside from that, why go?
Because he can be mainstreamed, and for 2 months, from basically the end of December until March, he's on the side. Conference USA, I don't want to disparage the other networks, but they're not a main player on our network or CBS. And so they don't get play during January and February. And so everyone sort of looks at him, a little sideshow he's putting on here, beating up Southern Miss and SMU and teams like that. You go to Kentucky, you are in the discussion every night. You're a player nationally. It is one of the top 5 jobs, no question, in the country. And he can handle all that stuff. And he relishes. I covered Jerry Tarkanian for 5 years, and there are certain people that sort of love being in a storm.
Right.
And John Calipari is one of those people. He likes chaos. He likes sort of moving within the storm, and I think he can handle it.